Tulsa police officers be required to report every time they pull out their gun on someone. That's a question dividing city leaders and law enforcement. News Channel 8's Ethan Hutchins is live outside Tulsa Police Headquarters to explain. Ethan?
Yeah, Aaron, 3 city councilors want documentation whenever police use physical force, especially if there's a gun involved. But some in law enforcement tell me that's piling too much onto an officer's plate.
Officers need to be held accountable when they are pulling their weapons.
Councilor Vanessa Hall Harper is lobbying for a change in how Tulsa police document their interactions with the public, especially if a weapon is involved.
I believe the reason why they don't want to collect that data is because it will further show and further prove that officers pull their guns and point their weapons at people of color, black people and brown people more.
She and 2 other city councilors want an officer to document when they pull out a gun. In a recent Tulsa World interview, Chief Franklin has stated the department will begin keeping a tally of lower-level use of force, but not when an officer points a gun towards people.
If the chief is saying, I'm not doing it, then that's just going to show what he's really and what the police department and the culture is really about. And it's not building trust. It's maintaining control.
This all comes after a research report from the University of Texas San Antonio over the department's use of force tactics.
A criminal's got a lot better chance now of surviving an encounter with the law enforcement than they ever have before.
While Hall Harper believes an officer should be able to document a use of a gun, Rogers County Sheriff Scott Walton says that's only adding more stress on law enforcement.
It's sad that we've got pissants that will sit around and think of ways to tax a police officer's thought process with more burdensome stuff. It appears that, 3 of those counselors have already forgot that we just buried a man, Sergeant Craig Johnson, who was out there doing his job. Let's do everything we can to prevent that from happening again.
If that is the decision at that point in time by an officer to pull his or her weapon and point it at someone, then it needs to be warranted.
And we reached out to Tulsa Police tonight to speak to Chief Franklin, but he was not available for a comment. Reporting live downtown, Ethan Hutchins, News Channel 8.